Welcome, friends. I would like to read to you some of the most beautiful words I've ever read. It's in a chapter called God in Nature from one of my favorite books, Education by Ellen G. White. Upon all created things is seen the impress of the deity. Nature testifies of God. The susceptible mind, brought in contact with the miracle and mystery of the universe, cannot help but recognize the working of infinite power. Not by its own inherent energy does the earth produce its bounties, and year by year continue its motion around the sun. An unseen hand guides the planets in their circuit of the heavens. A mysterious life pervades all of nature, a life that sustains the unnumbered worlds throughout immensity, that lives in the insect atom which floats in the summer breeze, that wings the flight of the swallow and feeds the young ravens which cry, that brings the bud to blossom and the flower to fruit. The same power that upholds nature is working also in man. The same great laws that guide alike the star and the atom control human life. The laws that govern the heart's action, regulate the flow of the current of life through the body, are the laws of the mighty intelligence that has jurisdiction of the soul. From him, all life proceeds. Only in harmony with him can be found the human soul's true sphere of action. For all the objects of his creation, the condition is the same, a life sustained by receiving the life of God, a life exercised in harmony with the Creator's will. To transgress his law, physical, mental, or moral, is to place oneself out of harmony with the universe, to introduce discord, anarchy, and ruin. To him who learns thus to interpret nature's teachings, all of nature becomes illuminated. The world is a lesson book, life a school. The unity of man with nature and with God, the universal dominion of law, the results of transgression cannot fail of impressing the mind and molding the character. These are lessons that our children need to learn. To the little child not yet capable of learning from the printed page or of being introduced to the schoolroom, nature presents an unfailing source of instruction and delight. The heart not yet hardened by contact with evil is quick to recognize the presence with a capital P that pervades all created things. The ear, as yet undulled by the world's clamor, is attentive to the voice with a capital V that speaks through nature's utterances. And for those of older years, needing continually its silent reminders of the spiritual and eternal, nature's teaching will be no less a source of pleasure and of instruction. As the dwellers in Eden learned from nature's pages, as Moses discerned God's handwriting on the Arabian plains and mountains, and the child Jesus on the hillsides of Nazareth, so the children of today may learn of him. The unseen is illustrated by the seen on everything upon the earth, from the loftiest tree of the forest to the lichen that clings to the rock. From the boundless ocean to the tiniest shell on the shore, they may behold the image and superscription of God. So far as possible, let the child from his earliest years be placed where this wonderful lesson book shall be opened before him or her. Let him behold the glorious scenes painted by the great master artist upon the shifting canvas of the heavens. Let him become acquainted with the wonders of earth and sea. And let him watch the unfolding mysteries of the changing seasons. And in all his works, learn of the Creator. In no other way can the foundation of a true education be so firmly laid than what you just heard there. Yet, even the child, as he comes in contact with nature, will see cause for perplexity. He cannot help but recognize the working of antagonistic forces. It is here that nature needs an interpreter. Looking upon the evil manifest even in the natural world, all have the same sorrowful lesson to learn. What did Jesus say? An enemy has done this. Matthew 13, verse 28. Only in the light that shines from Calvary can nature's teaching be read aright. Through the story of Bethlehem and the cross, let it be shown how good is to conquer evil, and how every blessing that comes to us is a gift of redemption. In briar and thorn, in thistle and tare, is represented the evil that blights and mars. In singing bird and opening blossom, in rain and sunshine, in summer breeze and gentle dew, in 10,000 objects in nature, from the oak of the forest to the violet that blossoms at its root, is seen the love that restores. And nature still speaks to us of God's goodness. I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil. This is the message that in the light from the cross may be read upon all the face of nature. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the earth is full of His riches.